Hi, welcome to day 75. Bitcoin is dropping, everything is dropping today. It's down 2.61%, priced at 60,500. Yeah, 60,500. Yesterday we were around 62,000, and today suddenly a lot of fear entered the market due to possibility of a lot of selling and just not much news really going on. Nothing immediate that will spark optimism or any appetite to risk. I'm not late, Bradley. I was 2 minutes late, okay? I'm still on time. Anyways, hope everyone doing fine. This downtrend prevailed. The uptrend, it's canceled. October is over. We're gonna have to create a new uptrend. Because this, whatever this one was, hold on, let me show you guys. Starting from here, saying, was this even the lowest point? Oh, we do have an uptrend that's still what is even happening? Okay, I'm deleting this. This uptrend still prevails in the meantime. So we have room to drop here until 56,000, my favorite. And I'm hoping we do drop there so I could load up a lot more. And, you know, if we do bounce off of that kind of zone, I'm still sick. Like, I haven't recovered. Anyways, if we do drop down to this kind of zone, would be great for accumulation before we actually take off. And it's still mid-month, like it's 14th of October around this kind of area. As long as we do indeed bounce and not just break downwards, that would be devastating, and October would actually be cancelled by then. But no, I have a feeling we're still in play, of course. Sure, we're seeing some down movement, but that's just to shake out the lettuce hands, the weak-minded people who don't know the true value of Bitcoin. So yeah, it's a bit of a test, but if you're smart enough, you would accumulate. Bradley, you just made a macro. Macro what? Mac and cheese? You learned how to cook? It's nice, bro. No, seriously though, what is that? Okay, so then from here, I do have an active trade, by the way, so I'll show more details on this. And super trend is still indicating bearish. That's the main thing I wanted to mention, is that everything is now flipped to bearish from this kind of area here. I don't remember if I had any trades here. I don't remember. I lost 102 in FTT. That's the last thing I did. No, so I did not enter any other trade. Luckily, I didn't. 62,223.10. That's a new super trend line. And okay, you loop thing for AFKing, like repeating moving forward and backwards. What are you talking about though? For what? AFKing, I don't get it. Anyways, this trade was opened actually a couple hours ago, so I did this on my main account, obviously. And reasoning why, of course, here, as you saw, the super trend was bearish. The three moving averages are pointing to the downside after a bit of a recovery, so that's my entry point. So far, it's going well. Looks like we might make a bit of an upswing. I'm hoping it's not strong, but then we should drop down to this zone. And my profit zone, I kind of like it. I wish it was a little bit better though. But yeah, there's no way to time exactly where that would be. I'm looking for 60,007. Bradley says it's for farming. In the game I'm playing, I can't stand still because I won't earn money. But if you move, you make money. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that's good, I guess. Nice way to automate stuff. What did I ever do that for? I remember I did that in stand-up too, to farm XP during the space vision mode. Yeah. Those were the old days. Yeah, well, this trade is currently just still doing its own thing. It's still in play. It's not over till it's over. I'm really dying. Okay. And what else do we have here? We do have other positions opened from DCA, which I do plan on continuing if we do drop. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, you can watch my stuff now. Yeah. If we do drop to the 50,000 zones again, I'll be more than happy to fork over some money because I'm really not doing much for like the actual train. It's hard to find actual entry positions in the short amount of time that I am streaming, and I figured regardless that this time is not a good time to enter trades, so I figure I'm probably going to tone that down a little bit and just focus on DCA, which might be a bit of a bummer, but yeah, I've been kind of forcing myself to enter trades, changing time frames way too much, making adjustments to the strategy in real time, which has ended up messing up the portfolio on this account. If I show where I'm at the moment, we're at 10,149, right? Based off of all these trades that we've done here. And also we just entered a lot of like other coins that is probably not wise to enter into. But it was fine. Different mindset at that time, of course. We started off with 10,000, and we're still 10,191, 149, sorry, after, what is this, 5 months? And September was the worst month for us so far. I was almost at a 4% rate of return for the first couple of months until it stopped working. So, yeah, change of plans. I'd still technically recover most of what I lost from once this does all reach 68,000, because this was up in the 1,000 mark, and I'm pretty sure it can reach 2,000 by the time we reach one of these. I did the calculation before, but I've already forgotten what it is. It was weeks ago probably. So yeah, that's what we got for Bitcoin at the moment. It is kind of recovering. We started at 500. It's at 562 right now. 60,562. Rest of the markets I've not looked at either. I have no idea what's going on with Ethereum here. I do have to zoom out a bit so I can tell what's actually happening. Okay, so this downtrend that it drew seems to have prevailed. Super trend still bearish, so we should still be looking for shorts in this. This line no longer valid. For whatever reason I drew that. Ethereum has been showing way too much weakness, but I'm sure one of these moments it'll absolutely be face melting, because it's a matter of time, right? Everything is still all set to go forward. It has reached 4,000 this current cycle, like in March, so we might reach those levels again. We're still so far off from that all-time high. This is the second biggest crypto. Of course, it's got a lot of better options, competitors, whatever it is, but it's still like, you know, one of the top. It has its ETFs. It's very undervalued right now, in my opinion. So, yeah, just gotta wait to see what goes on for Ethereum. That's in the 4-hour chart. 1-hour chart, we just flipped bearish as well, making us swing to the upside. I might be able to enter this live if we do get a downswing. We did have a massive downswing, but yeah, like I said, I got a bit of news as to why we swung to the downside. It's down 2.45%. I didn't read the amount, sorry, and it's $2,381. Solana is down 3.71%, priced at 139, so still below 140 here. Highest point it reached was 140, and recently 150. It reached 151, whatever this is. 152, sorry. And then from there, we've seen constant dropping. I haven't looked at Solana in a while, but the uptrends still look like they, like in the longer term, they're definitely holding still. The downtrends, though, in the shorter term are still a thing here. So we're seeing kind of like this triangle form with this Fib line in the middle. This Fibonacci line served as a resistance, and that's exactly where the super trend is at the moment as well. So we got to see what happens down here. Not sure how much further we will drop. It is likely that this uptrend will break, but hopefully not this one. Otherwise, yeah, I'll admit we're probably screwed. But you know, Bitcoin would also have to dip a lot further. Same thing with Ethereum. Let's check out Binance. It's down 1.70%, and it's at $569.43. Highest point. Wait, what is this? drew something in here. Let me check. Oh, I must have drawn this just for fun, seems like, and it would have lost anyway, because I was expecting this to break out to the upside, which it would eventually, it would have hit, but this dip happened first. So maybe if I entered a bit later, sure, that would have worked. Getting confirmation that the uptrend was broken, but from what I saw over here, this was the uptrend that was broken, but it was false breakout. This one was a true one, and would be the one that would have worked. Anyways, no point in checking that out. You'll notice that Binance has got a bit of a different movement in the shorter term. Like, it's kind of... I'm actually losing my voice. It's kind of still to the upside, or maybe I'm just zoomed in too much, am I? Probably. I mean, this could be what's currently prevailing. This uptrend was broken, very short-lived. But we still do have one in the longer term that looks really nice here. Let me, if this draws out as I picture it in my head, it will be legendary. Exactly that. So that's what we have for Binance at the moment. This one's broken, no longer needed. What is this line for? 600. Okay. That's our next resistance if we do manage to, or attempt to reach that. But the downside does prevail for the moment, and I do feel like, sure, we might have a drop. I feel like most of them, I would agree, can drop to like this kind of zone, as we saw for the similar charts in the other ones. So that's what we got for this. SUI is down 4.81%. It's currently testing this uptrend that we have drawn out here. SUI's been doing really well. It's been going up quite a lot. What else do we see here, though? Can this reach here? Kind of. I would say this would be more of a stronger... No, it wouldn't be. I don't know where to draw this from. Possibly there, possibly here. I'll draw multiple just in case. Just get a feel of what's actually happening. Yeah, I agree with this one more. Alright. Still a couple hours to determine what's going to happen. If we do drop, I would agree it can reach this zone. So I feel like we might still get a little bit more of a dip, which is the main thing that I'm expecting from Bitcoin as well. Hence my current position that is open there. To dip just a little bit more, reach the 60,000, maybe like 59,000 something, but then start heading upwards again. That would be the optimal scenario, but you still must prepare for further down movement. I'm prepared. I have cash on the side ready to buy the dip if it does dip further. So yeah, that's all the analysis I could provide for now. Just before I continue, SUI is $1.87, which I forgot to mention. And yeah, let's see what's been going on in the news. Didn't stream yesterday, so got a couple of stuff to cover, and let's do that. So yesterday, HBO's documentary officially released on who is the creator of Bitcoin, because that's something that nobody knows. Who created Bitcoin? I didn't watch it, but there's spoilers on Twitter already, of course. Apparently, it's this guy right over here. Does it even say his name? I already forgot his name. His name is Peter something. They've reportedly unveiled the identity of Bitcoin's elusive creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. According to the film, the person behind the creation of the world's largest cryptocurrency is none other than Peter Todd, a prominent Bitcoin core developer. And that's all. The documentary was just to explore the origins of the Bitcoin creator. Apparently it's all a bunch of baloney though, because Peter Todd himself has denied that he is not Satoshi. He's not the creator of Bitcoin, so huge marketing, but unfortunately it was inconclusive. And I mean, the main conclusion that everybody reached is that we're all Satoshi, which I don't know if that makes sense. I have a feeling like the first rumor of the guy that died is possibly the real creator, because it just makes sense. A lot of stuff that I read made sense. The rumors that were sparked before the documentary came out. I forgot the guy's name. It was the ginger guy with the beard, whatever. You probably know who I'm talking about. I mean, it just makes sense that it was him, because he dies, no more posts from Satoshi, 1 million Bitcoin in his possession, And I mean, if the guy's dead, of course that Bitcoin is going nowhere. People just have records of that. It just kind of makes sense. And then that note, that encrypted note that shows the picture of his face and an ASCII art, whatever it is, it just makes sense, in my opinion. But it's probably not him. Nobody really knows. None of it's confirmed, so we'll never know for sure. Anyways, oh yeah, if you are wondering why everything is dropping, it's because people are selling. A lot of selling has been going on. Ancient 2009 Bitcoin whale has revived and has sold $4.8 million. It's not too much either, but still, you know, people are seeing this and getting scared. There's still more to this, though. This was a Bitcoin whale who started mining Bitcoin 5 days after the first block, has moved another $624,000 to Kraken, and he currently holds 70 million Bitcoin, and it appears he's moving 10 Bitcoins twice a week. At this rate, he would have finished selling by mid-November 2025. So imagine this guy is selling 10 Bitcoin, well, 20 Bitcoins per week at this rate. And he's got a lot, right? And this is going to last until mid-November 2025. So we're going to have a constant seller if this guy is indeed deciding to sell, because why else would a dormant wallet wake up and start sending its crypto to Kraken, to an exchange? Well, obviously it's to sell on the spot market, and that can have a price on crypto, and well, on Bitcoin in this case. Yeah, I don't know why you would sell now, but sure, you do you. I'll gladly take it. And here's the bigger part of the news, is that the United States Supreme Court allows the US government to sell the 69,370 seized Bitcoin from Silk Road. So this is a new approval, I guess. United States government, we do know, holds 200,000 Bitcoin. This guy, Peter Schiff, warns that the US government may sell its 69,000 Bitcoins that it obtained from Silk Road, which is valued at $4.38 billion. To give you guys a comparison, Bitcoin also costed about 62,000 back when Germany was threatening to sell their Bitcoin. Well, not threatening, because they did sell their Bitcoin whether you liked it or not. And they had 50,000 Bitcoin. The US government has 69,000 Bitcoin from Silk Road. If you don't know what Silk Road is, it was basically this dark web website where you could buy and sell, technically on a black market, right? You could buy drugs or weapons, and the payment method was with Bitcoin. The FBI did their thing, and they cracked who was behind it all and everything, did some jail thing for the people involved, and seized all that Bitcoin, which totaled to, at that time, 69,000, which this was years ago. I don't know how long ago, like 2013 probably. Yeah, by then, of course, Bitcoin wasn't worth much. It was still a lot of money though. But now, of course, Bitcoin has gone up in price since then, and that's a lot of money. So the US government now appears free to sell its 69,000 Bitcoins, which is $4 billion, confiscated from Silk Road Individual X. On October 7th, so just 2 days ago, US Supreme Court declined to hear Battleborn Investments' case over the ownership of the 69,000 Bitcoin seized from Silk Road, giving the government full control over the seized funds. The last time US government moved Bitcoin was 2 months ago, when it moved 29,000, which 10,000 Bitcoin was transferred to Coinbase Prime. If you guys remember, I did cover that news where people also started a big sell-off because they were scared that the US government was going to start selling their Bitcoins. And this happened right after Donald Trump said at the Bitcoin conference, we're not going to sell any Bitcoin that the US government holds. So, of course, that was a bit contradictory. And, you know, we're still in the Biden-Harris administration at the moment, so it could be like them trying to sabotage Trump. I don't know why, though. Like, eventually the countries will be fighting for who has the most Bitcoin. It's going to be a big race between China, Russia, United States. There's other countries already trying to get involved as much as they can. I heard some African country, I don't know if it was Nigeria or, yeah, something. And what else? Like South American countries, Argentina is trying to get involved. El Salvador is already very well involved. So it's just going to be this huge race of who can have the most Bitcoins. Currently, out of all the countries, this is just in terms of countries, the United States holds the most. They have 200,000, and China's not too far off. They have like 190,000 Bitcoin. And anyway, 69,000 of that 200,000 from the United States government is at risk of being sold due to this this case that was passed in the U.S. Supreme Court, allowing them, saying, "Hey, all this Bitcoin, you guys can sell it if you want. We don't care." So now people are scared of that and are going to be, selling off a lot more. And for reference, when Germany was selling, I think Bitcoin reached a low of, what was it, 53,000. I don't remember the last day that they sold. Let me just go here. It was a long while, though, that they were scaring the market. This was not it. It would have been down here. 53,000. I'm assuming it's this one. So this is when Germany sold from 63,000. Germany selling, US possibly selling. A lot of ETFs were also selling. And we reached a low of 53,000 at this time. This was around the 5th of July, right? From there, though, we did recover. We dropped here due to recession fear. We did recover. We dropped here because of September being a bad month, apparently. There was also just... September just wasn't actually a good month, at the beginning at least, but we recovered from that and ended September in the positive, in the green. And now everybody was all hyped for October, and then, Israel gets attacked by Iran, so we dropped there. We're expecting the escalation to continue, but still we haven't heard anything from Israel about when they're going to retaliate or not. And we were recovering, but now fear of selling is hitting us again. So we have seen this before, is my main point, what I'm trying to say. We've seen this when it happened over here, and Germany actually sold, right? We're only going to see this kind of dip happen if the US government actually sells the way that the German government actually sold. But it's not likely that it's going to happen. I don't think that they're going to do that. That's just my personal opinion, though they might actually just do it behind my back, and I'll look foolish. Anyways. So, I don't know, maybe this was just the news and we bottomed out here. Maybe we'll recover. I don't know. Truth is, downtrend still prevails anyway. So we still have yet to see what they are going to do. It has remained untouched for 4 years, though, the actual Bitcoin from Silk Road. So, yeah, that's the story. That's the reason why everything's dropping. Now, there's still reasons to remain bullish. Bitcoin will still reach 100,000. Ethereum will reach $10,000. We're talking like near the end of this cycle. Alts will be pumping 2x to 5x in one day. Meme coins will be hitting billions, I'm assuming, in market cap. All of this will happen in just the next 3 to 6 months. So we got to get ready for that, right? Here's also Bitwise CIO saying that Bitcoin will be reaching $80,000 in Q4 if the Republicans win, because we do know that, the Republican Party being the more expansive government, reducing the regulations, reducing taxes, it's just good for the stock market, good for all markets in general, because, they'll get the money flowing kind of deal. So that's what the market wants to see, and analysts are predicting 80,000, 100,000 end of this year if Trump does get his victory. If Kamala gets her victory, sure, it's probably going to take a while longer. Her policies are not that great for the market in general, but it'll still eventually go up because Bitcoin's fundamentals, regardless of the political aspect in just one country, just the United States, I'm not trying to downplay it. It's still the most powerful country, but still, the fundamentals of Bitcoin have not changed, and it's still going to go up regardless. That's all. Crypto.com, an exchange that I also am familiar with, they received a Wells notice from the Securities Exchange Commission. So in response to that, Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com, has come out with a response, and they're actually filing a lawsuit against the Securities Exchange Commission because this Gary Gensler guy, he's just, finding or trying to like go to court cases with a lot of crypto projects, and it has been that way for a very long time. Remember, Trump will fire that guy on day one once he gets elected, and will replace him with possibly the Robinhood. I don't know if it was the CEO or something, or one of the top dogs at Robinhood, which Robinhood, of course, is a market exchange, and that would be good for the markets, ideally. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Crypto.com is basically pulling a Uno reverse card on the Securities Exchange Commission to protect the future of crypto in the United States, which is a good thing. And he goes on to talk. Should I read all this? Yeah. The unprecedented action by their company against a federal agency is a warranted response to the SEC's regulation by enforcement regime, which has hurt more than 50 million American crypto holders. And to use all regulatory tools available to bring certainty to the industry through proper rulemaking, Crypto.com has also filed a petition with the CFTC and SEC to confirm crypto derivative products categorization. I don't think it's relevant to read the rest of this. We continue to be very bullish on U.S. crypto market and our imminent plans to expand our offerings to U.S. customers. Cool. So yeah, good stuff, I guess. A fight back against the Securities Exchange Commission. And of course, I didn't finish my previous point, is that if Kamala wins, she's actually going to promote Gary Gensler to a higher position, which will be even worse for the markets. So I don't know. We're hoping for a Trump victory here. The whole market is hoping for that. Here's another thing that the FBI has just recently done. This is literally from today. They created a crypto token called Next Fund AI, which was, it's literally just a token that they made to catch suspects in a crypto fraud case. And they managed to catch a couple people. There were 3 market makers, so ZM Quant, CLS Global, and MyTrade. They were charged with allegedly wash trading or conspiring to wash trade for the FBI investigation. So they kind of baited them into falling for this, because they were going to be the ones scamming using this token or whatever. And FBI said, haha, you're caught. We caught you and we're going to arrest you. So they didn't arrest, they just charged them. There were 4 crypto companies in the crypto fraud case and 14 individuals as well. So in total, it's 18 entities, I guess, who have been charged by federal prosecutors in Boston. I guess that's good. They're getting rid of the cyber criminals, the crypto criminals, I guess. What would you call those people? Yeah, so trying to clean up the crypto space a little bit, because crypto is great and all, but there are bad actors. I remember like when I first heard about Bitcoin years ago, I obviously didn't even know how to buy it or what it was for. I just heard about it mainly from like dark web stuff, like, oh, they use Bitcoin as a payment method to pay for illegal stuff, right? That's the only reason I've ever heard of Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to stay away from that. But no, it's actually got some good use cases. Everybody's starting to embrace it little by little. It's being adopted faster than the internet was being adopted. So that should tell you something. I think it was the internet. Anyways, there's also a lawsuit going on with, I don't know if it's a lawsuit. U.S. Department of Justice is threatening Google breakup for causing pernicious harms to Americans. I don't know, something that they were stating about monopoly. So, I mean, a lot of stuff going on in the U.S. government with companies and crypto and Securities Exchange Commission. A lot of stuff going on. Anyways, weather news. This is Weather Channel now. There we see Hurricane Milton starting to make a landfall, and of course we just see Florida man just jogging like as if nothing. You already know the meme, right? The Florida man always making the headlines regardless of what happens. I even heard a story of some other guy, Lieutenant something. He's probably trending here. Probably Lieutenant Dan, here he is. Some guy that's just chilling in a boat, waiting to ride out the hurricane. He's not leaving this area, and he's gone viral for this. And I've heard like a lot of U.S. officials, like cops and everything, rescue teams, are trying to get him out, like telling, "Hey, you got to evacuate this area right now, otherwise you're probably gonna die in this hurricane." But he's like, "No, I'm just gonna ride it out in my boat." Right? He doesn't fear anything. Typical Florida man activity. Anyways, that was all. There's more to this though, politically speaking. Well, Kamala Harris is trying to make this political, I guess. This is I don't know if it's the governor, Ron DeSantis. I could look him up. No, I didn't mean to refresh. Ron DeSantis. He is the governor of Florida. Yeah, so I was right. He Okay, Kamala Harris told reporters that Ron DeSantis was being selfish and utterly irresponsible for not taking her call regarding Hurricane Milton. Hours later, he goes on the news. He says that in her 3.5 years in office, Kamala Harris hasn't called him once to offer assistance, so he's technically calling her out. She has no role in this. In fact, she's been vice president for 3.5 years, is what he said. I've dealt with a number of storms under this administration. She has never contributed anything to any of these efforts. She's the first one who is trying to politicize the storm, and she's doing that just because of her campaign. So he literally called her out live on air, right? Which is just massive and proving her hypocrisy. She's just trying to, trying to pretend to care kind of thing is what he's making out of this because of her political campaign that now she wants to get reelected. She's losing badly in the polls. I checked here on Polymarket. Yeah, still a very large lead. I don't know what the difference is. 53% for Trump versus 46% for Kamala Harris. Trump is actually taking the leads. That's crazy. Okay, well, polls are never accurate anyways, right? I wasn't hyping this up as much when Kamala Harris was actually in the lead. But yeah, we got this kind of stuff going on, so it's important to talk about. Even Joe Biden is like backstabbing Kamala pretty much at this point. He said that Ron DeSantis has Joe Biden's direct number, and he's doing a great job on the hurricane response, which directly undercuts Kamala Harris's efforts, right? Like, oh, what does she have to do with this? She doesn't even have to call him. Ron DeSantis is doing a great job, and he can call the president if he ever needs him. So, yeah, literally throwing her under the bus. Both of them. Everybody's tag teaming against her. Here's also Kamala Harris was on a live broadcast, and she forgets to mute her mic. Oh gosh, I can't speak. She forgets to mute her mic, and you can hear her saying, "It's a live broadcast." Like, I don't know, maybe she's trying to edit stuff out or rig stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time because she's done not live interviews, she's done edited interviews, a possible rigged debate where she probably knew what the answers were, using always like teleprompters, being told what to say. Nothing is natural coming out of her. People are seeing through her fakeness. And I mean, Trump's campaign is just writing itself at this point. Trump's campaign right now is his ads is just taking clips of Kamala Harris saying something just completely outrageous. And then at the end, he's like, "I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message." That's it. That's the whole ad. It's literally just, clips from Kamala Harris just self-destructing her own career at this point. We even have like, she went on 60 Minutes, which is some, what do you call this? An interview hosted by, I'm hoping it's CNN. I don't remember who it is. Where she gets into a word salad, right? Word salad meaning like she's literally just talking all over the place, not making sense at all. And they showed that part, but then they took down the video and re-uploaded it with an edit to make it seem like she wasn't confused or making up random sentences. The clip's on here. I can't play it with sound because I am using sound for something. You know what? I'll play the clip. How long is it? 38 seconds. Yeah, you guys will survive. Check this out.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems
Okay, what does that mean, first of all? Second of all, okay, you can see her stuttering and not giving a clear answer to what he was talking about. Like, where they're talking about Netanyahu, and he's not paying attention or not listening to the United States' orders, right? They're technically... All right, Bradley. Yeah, they're technically just Israel is just doing whatever it wants, is the argument here. Now look at the edited answer from what he says.
Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
Wow, what a much better answer. But it was edited. It's not her actual answer. Her actual answer was a word salad. It's crazy, the amount of stuff that's going on in her campaign. Anyways, a lot of editing. There is something interesting here. Fox News is proposing a second debate between Trump and Harris on either October 24 or October 27, which is 2 weeks from now, or maybe 3. No, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. People are saying no, because why would they? There's no reason to debate Kamala, especially when the polls are looking very much in Trump's favor here. So I agree, Trump shouldn't debate Kamala Harris. He's also already mentioned that I'm not going to debate her. And if he was going, like if Kamala Harris really wanted to debate Trump, she should have accepted the other dates as well that Trump proposed. Trump proposed like 3 dates in total to debate Kamala Harris. She declined them all. She accepted one, but on a different network on ABC, and obviously possibly rigged. There you have it. Anyways, moving on to other news. Brazil has lifted their Twitter ban. You clipped what, Bradley? Okay, whatever. Show me later. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about fining people $8,000 for using a VPN to access Twitter. What are they going to do with those kinds of people? Because that was actually one of their rules that they passed at some point. They were banning Twitter in Brazil, and if you're caught using a VPN, we're charging you $8,000 fine. But now apparently they're removing that. Okay, well, anyways, Discord's also getting banned worldwide. Not worldwide. It's just getting banned in Russia for failing to follow Russian laws, and it's also getting banned in Turkey. Possibly they're banning it in all of the BRICS countries. Maybe. I don't know why they're banning Discord. Anyways, literally makes no sense. And this is Mexico news, where Claudia Sheinbaum, she's the new president-elect. She's the president now. There's already been nearly 500 murders in her first week in office. I mean, not off to a great start, but she's got to do something to fix the country, turn it around. So maybe she will do something, or maybe she's been a bad choice. I don't know anything about her personally, so we'll see how things develop. North Korea is prepared. They've already prepared and they've already deployed armed forces to Ukraine in support of Russia, says South Korea's defense chief. No, it's actually already confirmed. Like, there's already North Korean troops fighting in Ukraine on behalf of Russia. It just goes to show, like, these guys, they're true allies, right, when it comes to like fighting these wars. So if something large scale does break out, there's no doubt that these guys will be fighting alongside each other against I guess us, because the United States is going to put all of us in a war if Kamala wins. So vote wisely. Anyways, Iran also in the Middle East prepared for war. We're still waiting on Israel's retaliation. Still no word for that, no confirmation. Well, kind of confirmation. Like, they did say that they will attack, but they never mentioned when. Maybe I mentioned this before, maybe they're just saying that they will attack, but not actually attack, and just troll the Iranian people to keep them on high alert for no reason. But their reason is that, oh, we might get attacked at any second now, and keep them paranoid like that, because Iran did do that same kind of thing before when Hamas leader was killed by Israel, and they said, oh, we're going to retaliate, and they said, oh, we're attacking the next 20 hours, next 24 hours, next 48 hours, and it's been months. They never they never attacked until the next Hezbollah leader was killed. Then they actually attacked, which happened Monday last week, making markets drop on October. Anyways, Israel will not target nuclear sites in Iran. That's already confirmed. Practically with Biden. Biden said that they would be possibly attacking their crude oil rigs or natural gas reserves, right? To attack them economically, right? Which seems fair, but I don't know. Attacking the nuclear sites might cause a larger scale war, but they won't have nukes, but then they're going to get other countries involved so that Iran can have nukes. I don't know. They did already confirm that they do have a nuclear weapon anyway, so be it. Whatever happens, happens. No, I guess not. They got to do something to just stop the war. Trump will stop the wars. That's a good thing. Anyways, Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu says Israel has eliminated Hezbollah leader Nasrallah himself, his successor, and the successor to his successor. So just goes to show that this guy is not playing around. So this new guy, who is absolutely not the new leader of Hezbollah, he wants to make sure everybody knows that he is not the new leader. This is a lot of sarcasm involved. So Hezbollah deputy leader Naim Qassem says, for now, Hezbollah will continue without a leader, and we will elect a leader in due course. These guys are scared. Their leaders just keep on dying instantly. That's the big joke about it. All right, cool. Now I'm in negative territory. I'm out of news. Yeah, it's making its swing to the upside at the moment. Man, it was looking great at one point. It's okay. I'm not risking too much on this anyway. Where is the rest of my coins? Kind of recovering. I'm at 508 unrealized profit and loss. I really want this to drop. It's okay. We might make a further downswing because we're still technically in a downtrend. Super trend has changed its position to 62,503.79, so I'm keeping that line there just for my future reference in the 5-minute chart, so I know where the roof is. Seems like it's going to be, yeah, around here. We have a clear resistance. Makes sense for the price, for the super trend, sorry, to be on that line. Would indicate a reversal in the trend if we do break through that towards the upside. So we still got a lot of barriers to break though. But I have a feeling that it's more likely to hit the downside. I'm just hoping it's a smooth return to the downside. I don't know. Yeah, that's all. That's all for today. What is this? Get out of here. Do I want to enter a trade? I was looking at Ethereum. Nope, still swinging upwards. Everything is in a downtrend, so yeah, the swing is currently to the upside, so I can't find an entry at the moment for anything. Yeah, not much else I can do then. Well, that's what the strategy says. Not much else we can do anyway. Then yeah, I guess I'll end it here. It was nice covering that news, man. I'm feeling like I'm more of a news reporter now. Just covering world news, but it's good. It's good to stay in the know of things. Keeps you in the loop. It's also important for trading anyway. Okay, well, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys absolutely enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. And yeah. All right, bye.